All right, once again, we'll start with an opening statement from Coach Chris Holtman, and we'll move on to student athletes. Coach?
Well, I can't say enough about our guys. This is kind of who they've been all year. We've been able to grind out a lot of wins. We have a lot of respect for Texas and Coach Barnes and their ability. They obviously made it very difficult for us to score the ball. We knew they would, particularly around the rim, and they did that the entire night. And it was a back and forth game. I thought we were able to make just enough plays right before the final media to create a little bit of distance. But obviously, it was a heck of a game, and Taylor certainly bothered us there late. But I can't give our guys enough credit for grinding out this one. To have 5 field goals in the second half and come away with the win says a lot about them.
All right, questions for the student athletes?
Cameron, Tom Davis, Fort Wayne News Sentinel. You guys get out-rebounded significantly. You don't shoot the ball well. How'd you get this win?
They're a big team, so we knew that, the battle on the glass was going to be something that we needed to not necessarily control, but something that we needed to, kind of keep in reach. They're so big. They have so many long athletes down there. It was going to be tough for us to win it like we usually do. But we just tried to make everything tough for them. We tried to pack the paint, keep Isaiah out of the lane, and just contest everything. And I think that's what we did. They missed a lot of shots that, during the year they've missed. And we were able to get rebounds when we needed them. So, it's all kind of so fast. I haven't really been able to think about it, but we just fought, and that's what we do. We just fight and grind them out. We knew it was going to be a grind, and that's what we tried to make this game.
Other questions? Alex?
Alex Kirshner with SB Nation. In your starting lineup, I think everybody except Roosevelt played at least 36 minutes. In the second half, you outscored them by 3 times what you did in the first half, and it seemed like you came on a little bit stronger at the end. How important was conditioning or stamina? Why were you able to all be on the floor for such a significant amount of time and still play better at the end there?
I think we're a well-conditioned group. Something that we do in practice. We always get up and down the floor, make sure our legs are ready for however many minutes we play. Rose was the only guy who didn't reach 30, and I think Keelan stepped in and did a really good job for him. He guarded really well. He was able to give us some timely buckets, but we have just guys out there who know what's on the line. I think for me and Barlow, we don't know when our last game is going to be, so it's almost like your legs are just numb because you don't feel any of that type of stuff. All you know is what's right there in front of you. And so I think that type of energy fed into all the other guys on the floor. And we talked about at halftime that, we played good in the first half, but good's not going to be good enough to beat a team like that. And so we knew that what we had to do. And so we just tried to go out there and get it done.
Anyone else for the student athletes? All right, gentlemen, congratulations. You're good to go.
Nice job.
Questions for Coach Holtman? Tom?
Tom Davis, Fort Wayne News Sentinel. Coach, defensively, how did you limit? They had 4 big bodies, and they combined for 8 points. How did you do that schematically?
We really tried to work on working them outside their sweet spot and committing to team coverage with their low post guys. We were certainly concerned about that, Tom, going into it. They've got multiple bigs that can, if they get it in the area they'd like to get it in, can certainly make plays. So I think for the most part, our guys were able to get them off their sweet spot, and our team approach, I think, was good for the most part. We had a few slip-ups. For the most part, we made them work. Anything they threw in, for the most part, we made them work.
And what's the deal with Rose?
I think he's being examined right now, and You know, he did have a little Willis Reed moment there. And I think, you know, we're not sure at this point. You know, I wasn't sure right now if I think so. I'm not. I don't even know if I'm sure on that, Tom. But you know, obviously he wanted to play, and I know he's going to want to play on Saturday. But we're going to do what's in the best interest of him and his health too.
Last thing for me, you're facing a totally different team now.
Sure.
Went from the nation's best defensive team to the nation's second best offensive team.
Sure.
So what's the challenge there from a mindset?
Well, you know, as we were preparing for potential teams we were going to play before the NCAA tournament, one of our assistants said, whatever we do, let's try not to get matched up with a rim protecting team before the brackets came out. So, you know, obviously Texas rolls up there. We check Pomeroy, and they're the number one shot blocking team in the country. So we didn't get our wish there. Having said that, Notre Dame is terrific. They really spread you out. They are completely different. So they're going to present a number of challenges that we're going to have to respond to with their ability to spread you out.
Dana O'Neill with ESPN.com. Chris, I know it's a little sudden, but 5 months ago you were an interim coach, and now you've just won an NCAA tournament game. Can you explain what that all feels like?
You know, it's emotional. It is, Dana. You know, it's been a ride for sure. You know, every time I go in the locker room, and I genuinely mean it, I say there's not a group I'd rather do this with, this journey, this season, than with this group. And you know, they have embraced certainly this whole dynamic, this new dynamic for them. They've embraced it. We've went through a lot of times, you know, in the locker room that have been really special. And I just can't say enough about, you know, everyone that's in that locker room, how they've embraced this.
Special moments. I mean, what was it like with this one?
It was special. You know, I see my wife crying and my daughter bouncing around. She has no idea what just happened. She's 4. And I see, as I've said, you know, I think I was asked this earlier, you know, certainly when you're a head coach, you're excited for yourself, you're really excited for your team, and you're really excited for those people who feel a part of this, alumni, you know, boosters, fans, faculty member, to see them smile and get to spend a few more days enjoying their team makes it really special. It really does.
Anyone else for Coach Holtman? All right, Coach, thank you.
Okay, thanks, guys.